But
yeah.
Okay, well, I had something I wanted to say, so I'm going to say it. I think that when teams decide to, like, they want to let go of their head coach, and you know how they fire them, they have to pay a bunch of money because
In the NFL or in college or both?
College. I'm not even thinking about the NFL right now, man. So there should be like a charity wave of people who hire just like the most, insane people with the most insane ideas, like, but they're like poor people, right? And then you give them a chance and they either make it big or they get fired and they get millions of dollars.
Like Shark Tank for
that should be a
sports
thing.
coaching.
That should be a thing. Like, I want our next head coach to be like just somebody they pulled out of a bar somewhere who has amazing, crazy ideas, and it'll either work out like 1 in a million, or they're going to get really rich.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it can't be worse than what they're doing right now.
I can't tell if you're talking about Florida specifically, or
we're going to go down to the dive
disagree.
bar. We're going to go down to the dive bar. Bill is going to be sitting at the corner of the bar. We're just going to make him head coach. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry I'm late, guys. I'm always late, but I'm like late for late today. I can't always explain what's going on and why I'm late, but I am late. I'm here now though. So I made a request. A media request for some documents that were, I guess, filed after the hearing was moved. And unfortunately, like, the court is still not really up to speed, so I can't show anything really new today. We're going to go over the last opposition to Laura's request for a continuance because it's going to have probably some of the same arguments. I know that she didn't really give any new information that I really saw.
Yeah, because we don't get to see the we don't get to see this letter that she used to get her continuance, right?
No, we don't, and we didn't even see the exhibit where her NP wrote a letter, so I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like the ADA stuff.
I mean, if there's more than one thing, I doubt we'll get to see any of it.
Oh no, probably not. No,
not at all.
So yeah, so I can request these things and like say like, okay, so there's more stuff that's going to be coming, but they don't have it up yet, so I can't have it yet. So I'm not gonna show it here. I have to be extra careful because I have admirers who watch this channel a lot, and regardless of whether or not I've ever done anything wrong, they like to make a big deal out of it. So we're just gonna go over the old stuff tonight, and then also, Bruce is gonna show his tits at some point. So we're good.
I'm showing shoulder and Bruce shows tit, man.
Yep.
What?
That's what I heard.
I took a photo with my tank top on.
We need Patrick to get in here. I miss Patrick. I wonder what Patrick's doing today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's his tank top?
The other day, but let me ask Patrick if he can come here in a tank top.
What is this? Please don't.
Get him to loosen up his tie and.
That's not very nice buttons.
That's reverse psychology. If you want me to show you the moose antlers, just say, please don't. Wait, what?
Please don't.
We got to get that GoFundMe up to like 50K or something for that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm going to pull this up right now. I have a link to it pinned in the chat, but we'll pull it up right now anyways.
I don't need Button's approval. I got people lined up to see me wear strange clothing.
Well, you don't have to tell everyone what I'm doing outside your house.
Yeah.
Bruce shows his what? I'm not sure anymore. I think we could have took a swing there.
I don't know what's happening.
Earlier today, guys, Bruce sent me a meme that was a wind chime made of hot dogs.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
They look like uncooked hot dogs too.
No, I think they're cooked.
What was it that you said you would have called it? It was like a wind meat or something. You're like, oh, I would call it meat wind.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I realized after that if you have wind meat, the wind meat is the thing making the sound. But, if you're experiencing it, it's like meat wind.
Yeah.
So it's all a matter of perspective.
All right, fair enough. Yes, Brad is here. Brad hasn't been on with us in a while. And I've been waiting for another space launch so that Brad would, do a whole thing for us, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I didn't cover the last one, so.
Well, what the hell, man? How am I supposed to know what's going on?
I'm terrible.
Well, I wasn't going to go that far, but.
Brad, is outer space still there?
Outer space is still there, and we're still launching stuff into it.
Is Katy Perry in it yet?
Fantastic.
She never went into it, if you ask my
Okay.
opinion.
So was that actually fake, you think?
No, it's not fake.
It's not
Okay,
fake. It's just
so-
it depends on where you call outer space versus low Earth orbit versus stratosphere versus.
I see lots of things on the internet, obviously, and some people are like, "This was totally fake. They never went up there." And then some people are like, "You guys are assholes for saying that."
No, it's not fake. It's just that Jeff Bezos went a little early to try and open the door, and he was trying to do the whole big camera thing when it didn't really need it.
Huh. Okay.
Open the door.
Yeah. It was a whole thing where they had this like giant wrench that they were going to use to open the door, but the door was already unlocked. So it was just a media stunt, and it's.
I'm no outer space expert or anything, but I think it's not advisable to open the door in outer space.
No, this was after the capsule had landed in Texas.
Oh.
No, I think that was pretty common sense.
Yeah, we don't need explosive decompression. That would be bad.
That would be the real meat wind.
Yeah, it really would.
Oh man. Okay, so we're at 44,201. I said at 45,000 I would put on a dress for a stream and I would wear the wig. And at 50,000 I'll get a tramp stamp, but that has to happen by November 1st. So I mean, what was this at, like 2025 or something a week ago? Or where was it a week ago? I don't know.
On the 20s, the morning of the 22nd, it was 25,000.
Okay. So that was just 3 days ago. Fuck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. She really pissed some people off, huh?
She kind of did.
Yeah.
That or my shoulder brings all the boys to the yard, so.
That
Yeah,
was...
we got it over 25 on the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I gave $92 to put it over the edge to make Brad show his shoulders.
Hot.
Yeah.
Clavicle.
I see people were getting creative with the names again. Let's hang on, let me look at those real quick.
What happened?
Um
Oh, these names. Okay.
Laura Owens Casita. All right. Okay, I don't think Adulty McMahon's face.
Adulty
was a real name.
What?
That's definitely something.
We had Nick's gag reflex yesterday.
Uh-huh.
That was all right. Let's see. Somewhere like way down here was Chase J. Jones. And I know that because I'm Chase J. Jones.
There's
so.
echoes.
Echoes from the cubby hole.
Yeah.
That's nice.
There's a Chase J.
No,
Jones.
there it is. Chase J. Jones. I'm Chase J. Jones on fundraisers.
David
If you see Chase J. Jones
David
giving money on a
Ginger Ass.
fundraiser, I don't know who David Ginger Ass is, but thank you for the $10 donation to the cause, I guess.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. So there were a couple on there, but
Show me Brad's shoulders.
Yep.
I saw it.
that was me. Yeah. There you go. $93 to shoot Brad's shoulders.
So
I think I can still pull it up. Because there's the fun picture and then there's the normal picture.
Wait.
it's always a
like
good
what?
sign when you can still pull it up.
Oh no. All right. Hang on, let me pull this up real quick. So this is
what you get for streaming so late, Lauren.
Mhm.
Dude,
I'm off the rails.
I was asleep literally like all day. I got up to eat lunch and then I went back to sleep. I I watched Grey's Anatomy and fell asleep on and off throughout the day. And I got up for the last time today at like 9:10 p.m. almost 9 p.m. I was like, holy shit. I just lost an entire Saturday, but I can't think of anything I would have rather done than just sleep all day. It was so bad. I was tired.
It's fair.
Yeah. I mean, that usually happens once or twice after I travel for a day or two. I'm just like, no, I'm absolutely not a productive member of society today. I'm barely human. So, Grey's Anatomy all day. Why did you do that to yourself? Well, most of it was the sleeping, but also I should say that I started Grey's from the beginning recently. So, it's the good seasons.
What is the what's the theme of that show? Do they like solve a medical mystery, or is it more like
You're asking me what the theme of Grey's Anatomy is?
Yeah, like what's it about? Is it like a soap opera? Is it like a mystery? Is it
It's a medical
procedural
drama. It's a medical drama. I mean, you know, it's I haven't watched the most recent few seasons. That's why I started over. I was like, I'm gonna watch from the beginning. This is a This should be your profile photo, man.
I know, right?
This is a great photo. Where is this? Background. Greece.
You got me. It looks Greek.
What is happening?
It's obviously in Greece. That's where he went.
This is
night.
Brad in the original Greek.
Yeah. My original toga,
Only
69 count cotton.
Only the finest of hotel towels for you.
Right?
Amazing.
Well, could have been a beach towel. Could have been worse, right?
Now, chat, the question that I'm going to put into the back of your mind that's going to bother you for the rest of the stream. Who took the photo?
Oh my God.
I mean, it's actually a pretty small pool of people, but
dude,
just ruined the rest of the weekend for
he
chat.
tried to take the photo down. I was like, absolutely not. Put it back. This is the stream, guys.
oh, we're just gonna admire me on stream. Thanks, I appreciate that.
I mean, those were my plans for the evening.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Brett, if you have about 11 more of these, we can make a calendar.
Damn, can you guys hear
man.
that?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that in the background? Hang on. It's a really loud helicopter.
Are there wolves chasing
No.
you?
No, but there's a hospital like right across the street.
Oh,
What?
So there's
you
a
got a
helicopter
medevac coming in.
Where are you?
at my home.
Do you live at the hospital?
Ingress
No,
took
I
my
live across from the
photos.
hospital. I'm right here at my house.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever happened to keyboard box?
Keyboard box. Where is keyboard box? I think I finally threw it away. Yeah. Because I had that old desk that you guys know when I used to stream, it was like up against this wall and it was all weird looking. And so I put that desk over there because I didn't know where to put it. So we finally took it apart and got rid of everything that was on it. So I think that, box went with it. It was time. Growing
Time to
pains.
move on.
I know what you're saying.
The
I
world
know what you're
moves
thinking.
on.
I'm sad too, but
Time is a wheel that crushes us all under its giant heel.
yeah. Right. Okay, that was anyway, moving on.
Yep.
So this is the Victims of Laura Owens website. You get lots of documents and stuff here. The case docket is here. So you can see the updates. Nothing from like last week after the hearing was moved has popped up yet. I'm assuming there's going to be more stuff that comes up before the 5th. But I don't know. Can you guys see that tab yet? Hang on, let me move it. Okay. So yeah, the last couple of things that actually showed up on here were like the moving the date to November 5th. And then of course we have
The many minutes.
yeah, that I haven't actually read those here yet, so I'll probably do that tonight after we go over the old opposition to the continuance.
You can watch my video. I read through them.
Oh shit. Wait, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
How did I miss something of yours? I'm like your biggest fan. The fuck? I'm slacking. What did I just tune into? Oh. Brad in Greece.
Yeah, me in Greece.
Yeah. Anyways, the light is too bright here right now, so I'm gonna turn the camera off. But anyways, this is where I get a lot of my stuff. So we're gonna go over this document, which I found on Victims of Laura Owens. Anything that pops up on the docket is pretty much gonna come up here. And then I noticed the other day, like my stuff actually came up on here, but it's backdated to the 10th. So I don't know what is gonna happen with that, but it's gonna take a while, I'm sure. Anyways, this was because of her first request for the continuance. Remember, she said she had all kinds of medical issues and stuff, and I think some of it was like the anorexia. Some of it was like mental health, and she, mentioned JFC and all that. So we're gonna read what they said in response to that. This is what Mike's attorney Omar said to that, which is going to be some of the same arguments they would have made for this one that just came up on the 22nd, but we can't see that document yet. So let's see. Laura Owens initiated renewal of the DVRO in July of 2025. She requested a continuance on July 25th and once more on August 13th. A hearing was held on August 15th, whereby Owens' request was granted. A 2-day-long cause trial was set for October 21st and 22nd. She now moves the court for continuance less than 2 weeks before trial. The reasons stated in her declaration are of her own doing. Okay. Petitioner lacked diligence in obtaining counsel and preparing for hearing. She will have had over 60 days after her attorney says he withdrew on August 15th to find new counsel or prepare to represent herself. She waited until early October to contact a lawyer referral service. She was told placement could take 2 to 4 weeks. She delayed. Her claim of indigency in Arizona does not excuse her inaction. She could have acted sooner or represented herself. Lack of diligence is not a good cause for continuance. Okay. And they're citing these California rules of court, which only allow delay for substitution or unavailability of counsel when the circumstances are unavoidable and not the result of neglect. Petitioner's claim that proceeding without counsel would materially prejudice her is not a legal basis for delay. She has filed multiple lengthy documents to initiate this case. I mean, I think we all remember that. She can represent herself. Further delay would reward her neglect and prejudice. Respondent. So when she, filed for renewal on this, I remember there were like, I don't know how many pages exactly, but there were like so many, and it was apparently she was filing, pro per or whatever, but it seemed like there was obviously someone in the background pulling some strings and telling her what to say.
Either AI is telling her or some ghostwriting internet lawyer.
Yeah. I mean, people have speculated about her using AI a lot. And I'll say, like, for AI, there are really good legitimate uses for AI, especially if you're writing and you need, like, some kind of feedback and, like, formatting and shit like that. But when you're really just saying to AI, write this for me, you can usually kind of tell. At least that's what I think. I don't know, Brad, if you have any tells where something's like definitely AI.
So one of the things is there's actually hidden characters in the text that you can look for.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So they'll actually insert characters that are non-visible in certain formats, but if you copy and paste it, you can actually find them. That's one way to tell that it's AI written or not.
Oh my gosh. What do you copy and paste it into?
I'm not going to disclose that, but
fair.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously into his diary, Bruce.
Well, sure.
So that's what I usually do. But no, AI is like, I think AI can have some legitimate uses. I've used it for, checking my grammar, spelling. I've used it for, just looking up, like, what is this? Where can I look to find what the law says about this? I've looked that up. I've asked it to, as I've said previously, like, I wrote something that was like super emotional and snarky about something when I was unfortunately involved in an illegal thing. And so I said, help me make this more to the point and less emotional. So I feel like it has its purposes. But if you are just going to AI and saying, write this for me, it's generally going to show.
Yeah.
So, but I don't hate AI in the sense that, like, I think that it's terrible and shouldn't exist. I think that it has certain functions that are useful, and then some of it's just like, okay, people are becoming intellectually lazy, and I'm a little worried about that, but
I think the trick I saw in chat is if you suspect there might be AI in these court filings, to look at the citations and make sure the citations are legit.
Oh yeah. Well, when we were all dealing with the like lively subpoenas, Perez especially, who is more of a high profile kind of figure, he and I'm only saying this because he admitted it, but he used AI to write some of his filings, and he was like, they literally hallucinated cases, and so he's like, oh shit, that's embarrassing. But no, AI will just like come up with shit sometimes.
Are you saying like he used that to draft and then he fixed the error before he submitted it, or are you saying he submitted it with the errors?
He submitted it with the errors, which is why he felt embarrassed. He was like, "Oh shit, that's so awkward." Yeah. I am AI. I don't. You know what? I don't know. Who knows if Schnitzel Ninja is an AI or not? I'm gonna say probably not, just because you've sent stuff from my house. But my daughter uses AI to analyze her horseback riding. That's kind of interesting.
Nice.
Huh. But I'm curious as to like how. If you're analyzing like sports and stuff like that, I feel like there's a lot of kind of subjective stuff that goes into that. So I'm confused as to like how that would work.
I think you still need some level of human expertise looking at what AI is doing. So for example, I know somebody who is working on something very technical, and he said, hey, I can do X, Y, and Z with AI. But once it does it, I don't know how to take it from that point to the finish line because I don't have the domain expertise. We need somebody else to do that part.
Yeah.
So these are the kind of things where it's sort of like in a kitchen, right? You have tools, you have stand mixers and blenders and what ovens and whatever, right? These are tools. If you use AI as a tool, like the AI is not the chef. You got to be the chef. I don't know if that makes sense. It's late at night.
Sorry, I was asked to share. I have a special request to share this photo that Bruce shared.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Let's do that.
Let me zoom in on this. Hang on. And I think that Bruce probably made this with AI, which is why this is coming up now. But
I did not.
Bruce, how did you make this?
With a free Photoshop alternative software.
Okay, so no AI involved, I guess.
The GNU image processing program.
Yeah. Okay, all I do is I can't believe I'm about to read this. Alls I do is a Boofin' Preggers by the Poochler. Doing a heckin' twin if you don't bork back tonight.
Oh. Oh no.
I'm actually not sure where that came from.
Also, note the background is House of Prime Rib.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What the fuck, dude? What prompted that?
Things happen.
Yeah. Well,
in life.
Tip was obviously a huge fan.
Look, all my jokes are inside baseball, okay? Like, you know how Dave Neal...
Which part of baseball is boofing preggers?
Yeah. You know how Dave Neal will say, like, but I digress? Like,
Yeah.
my entire existence is just digression. Like, I don't come out of the digression.
Yeah. Oh my God. Somebody's Buttons is dying at the mental image of a punted schnitzel. Well, you don't have to just think about the mental image. We can make an image, I guess. Somebody do it.
Oh,
Somebody do it and send it to me.
That's a waste of good food.
Maybe. But, yeah, shit happens. All right. Anyways, where were we on this? I don't even remember. I'm thinking about boofing.
She could have acted sooner or represented herself.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Lack of diligence is not good cause for a continuance. Well, so we did read this part, I think. Yeah, she's filed
I think we're on 2
documents. Yeah, we did. Okay. Petitioner has taken no steps to attend the October 21st hearing. Petitioner is on felony release in Arizona. She cannot leave the state without court approval. She did not seek permission to travel for this hearing. She previously obtained leave to travel out of state in September for non-emergency reasons. And that was when she, I guess, was visiting family and supposedly traveling for work.
Does anyone know if she actually went to any of those?
I have no idea. I don't
know.
I don't pay close enough attention to her to know if she left or not.
Maybe she got permission and never went. We don't know.
It definitely could be.
I know she requested to modify it because she got COVID or something, and then she had to skip the first week.
Yeah. Well, she had no problem doing all that stuff, though, and then she never filed anything before this October 21st hearing. Even after the judge, ordered her to attend the second time and said that you need to show up tomorrow, as far as we all know, she never, filed a travel request in Arizona. So we all came to the courthouse the second day and we're like, well, she's not going to show up. So I guess we're just going to watch a dismissal and go home. And then they had that meeting with Omar and Mike and the judge. And I guess, she had filed some ADA thing. So, yeah. Button says, what is her job? Wrong answers only. I will show the best answers. So yeah, that was a bummer. I remember going in the first day, and she didn't show up, and the judge was saying either you show up tomorrow or you have to. This has to be dismissed. And so I was thinking surely there's nothing else that she can really do. I'm sure she'll probably make everyone show up to court tomorrow. She's not just going to file a dismissal or whatever. But I didn't think that there was going to be anything she could really do. And then she pulled the Hail Mary. So that's a huge bummer that people can get away with that. But at the same time, it's good that there are remedies for people who need these kinds of accommodations in these situations. I know the court had discretion to decide to waive the 5-day requirements, which for Laura Owens, I hate, but at the same time, like Rachel was saying on Megan's stream, it's like you don't want to leave an opportunity for that to be overturned on appeal because of that. So, but that was obviously a huge bummer. She's used like every single medical accommodation possible, I think, that are in place for people who actually have these medical issues. She's like a very privileged person who has all the opportunities in the world to be a healthy individual, to go to therapy, to fix her problems, and to function as a normal adult in society. If she had chosen to, she could have gotten the help that she needed and potentially had a husband and family by now, but she didn't want to do that. So we're going to see this continue to play out in court. And unfortunately, there's going to be times where the court has to oblige. Otherwise, she might get, appeals, or she might, get her way based on something that they didn't do, even though she's lying or she's not sincere. You still have to follow the process. You still have to go through the motions, and that's going to delay things a bit. And I hope that this, with Mike's case, is the last time that happens, but I doubt that it will be. So, yeah. All right, let me see this real quick.
Yeah, when I read the mini minutes, I actually went over that list I was telling you about of the potential maladies that she may have used. So that's in my video there.
Oh, yeah. I'll watch that when we're done here tonight, because I don't think I saw it yesterday.
It's not very long.
Oh, well, now I'm disappointed.
Well, I mean, it's like 2 pages, so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Petitioner's request confirms respondent's concerns about delay tactics. Respondent has long warned that petitioner would try to delay or avoid an evidentiary hearing. His August 25th motion to disqualify her counsel and his earlier opposition to her request to proceed by declaration both predicted this tactic, and it has now come to fruition. Petitioner's last-minute request relies on excuses that were foreseeable and within her control. Granting a continuance would reward bad faith and penalize the respondent, who has prepared diligently and coordinated witnesses, some of whom have traveled from out of state. Petitioner's sudden medical excuse, raised only after respondent was fully prepared for trial, is a transparent delay tactic. Okay. I think that makes sense. Give me 1 second here. I got to do something real quick. Okay. Respondent is entitled to prompt resolution. Further delay perpetuates prejudice and due process concerns. The case has already been delayed multiple times. The restraining order was set to expire, but the petitioner's renewal request and repeated motions have kept respondents under ongoing restrictions and stigma. Each continuance extends those burdens, violating respondents' due process right to a timely hearing. So, speaking of this kind of stuff, like keeping him under ongoing restrictions, the other day I had a question on one of these videos that was like, why doesn't he just let it go on? Because what does it matter if he doesn't want to talk to her anyways? Why does it matter? And I think that maybe have been part of the mindset in the beginning, where it's like, if you don't want anything to do with this person anyways, why don't you just, give her what she wants, and then you just won't contact her and everything will be fine. But when you have a restraining order against you, especially a DVRO, it's like there are consequences that come with that. If you have a permanent DVRO, I think that can't it affect your kind of constitutional rights, like the Second Amendment rights?
No,
I don't know.
That would only be like a felony if you had a felony following you.
Okay, so I keep seeing that though. I keep seeing that it could affect his ability to own a gun or whatever. And I didn't know if that was like a California thing or what. But if that's not true, then that's fine. But he's also had to undergo kind of different levels of scrutiny through like security, I believe, at the airport. I heard that.
Right.
And so it's not like it's just a passive thing. If you have this record against you of like a permanent DVR, like, so you've done something so terrible, there is warranting a permanent DVRO against you, at least when you're looking for jobs and shit like that. That's
it'll come up in a background check for job applications. Right.
Okay. So he doesn't have a Second Amendment right. NCAA, they don't allow. I mean, everybody has a Second Amendment right. I know there's different, different states.
DVROs does restrict firearm possession, including the Violence Against Women Act, which If you follow this case, you should know that by now, because that's the same piece of legislation that David Gingras tried to use against Mike.
God, David's a god.
I think even the case she brought against Dave Neal had some. If she had won that or taken that to a certain level, it could have affected his ability to own a firearm in California, if I recall correctly.
Well, I mean, I'm glad he's, far, far away from Laura now. But apparently, even when you look at Laura and Mike, it's like it doesn't even matter. So, honestly, if she were to try to badger Dave in the future with the courts, I wouldn't be surprised. But not that she has any grounds to, not that she should. Just saying, like, she's very used to getting her way to the point where she at least causes inconveniences for people she has, she perceives they have wronged her in some way. So I'm glad that he kind of got out of that the way that he did. Because obviously he has never met her, or never spoken to her in person or anything like that, never threatened her in any way. So luckily he was able to get out of that with, didn't she make him sign something that said he wouldn't incite violence or something ridiculous like that?
Yeah. That was part of the agreement.
Yeah. And she, of course, uses that as, I guess, or views that as an admission that, I've totally done this before, and would probably, in some circumstances, try to say, look, he admitted he did this. No, that's not what that says. So this is somebody you can't even, negotiate with in good faith when you really think about, that. It's either sign this or I'm going to make you spend your time away from your, at the time, pregnant wife and go to LA and fight this. So it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. I think luckily once we got to the June 10th hearing and beyond with the ruling in the Owens v. Eckert case, and now this Owens v. Marraccini case, luckily it seems like she's dialed down the rhetoric against Dave Neal. But
right. Yeah.
Yeah. That at the time it was pretty intense.
Yeah. Well, I know that Dave said he was thinking about, I don't know if he's actually going to get to go the hearing on the 5th. So hopefully he does, though.
Maybe a game time decision, depending on.
Yeah. I mean, if
anything happens to the date of the case or anything like that.
If she doesn't file a request to travel, it's well,
why bother?
At this point, there's no reason to go. But yeah, I'll probably go anyways, just because I don't know, I want to see what happens. So. And also, I've got people out there that I don't get to see very often, so it was kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Respondent is entitled to prompt resolution. Each continuance extends these burdens. Respondent is the party in need of relief. Petitioner uses the DVRO to harass him and interfere with his life. Each postponement lets her use the order as leverage and avoid accountability. I mean, she still has a fucking TED talk about this, and the DVRO still being in effect just further reinforces that ridiculous story that she made up. Judicial efficiency weighs against a continuance. This 2-day hearing consolidates several motions. Rescheduling would disrupt the court's calendar and burden witnesses who have arranged travel. Petitioner has no conflicting engagements. Her conflict is self-created. Equity, due process, and the interests of justice require that the hearing proceed as scheduled. The court should deny petitioner's request and keep the October 21 and 22 trial date. Petitioner has a history of requesting continuances at the last minute. She has repeatedly sought last-minute continuances based on claims that cannot be verified. On August 1st, 2022, as shown in Exhibit 4, she emailed a Maricopa County Superior Court judicial assistant ex parte. She claimed she had been drugged, assaulted, and raped, and that the FBI was investigating. She accused the opposing party and counsel. She sent this message days before a scheduled hearing and used it to request delay. The assistant informed her that her ex parte contact was improper and that she must follow court rules. Owens continues to raise sudden emergencies to delay proceedings. This is Owens' modus operandi. When faced with impending deadlines or adverse rulings, Owens introduces new crises to justify postponements. Her unsupported rape and FBI investigation claims in 2022 mirror the same tactics. She again presents vague medical emergencies and family crises on the eve of trial. It's the same formula: dramatic, unverified emergency raised at the last possible moment, aimed at halting proceedings and avoiding examination under oath. The court should recognize this as a pattern of manipulative delay, not genuine cause for continuance.
You know, the other thing that I think fits this pattern is in the Owens v. Eckert case, right before we were going to do the June 10th hearing, right? She sent that email to Clayton saying, hey, I'm going to sue you if you don't drop this case. Right?
Oh, that was before the deposition.
Yeah. before the depositions, which were before June 10th.
Mhm.
And I think it's the same kind of thing. It's not exactly a, hey, judge, can you move this? But it is a, hey, here's something coming up I don't want to do. How do I get out of it? It's the same pattern.
Yeah. Everybody's thinking no way she'll show up. Yeah. Let's see. Petitioner's claimed emergencies are unsubstantiated and do not justify a continuance. Her claimed emergencies lack proof. A continuance for health or family issues requires medical documentation or testimony. Petitioner provides none. She offers only her declaration. Owens' truthfulness about medical claims is directly at issue in these proceedings. The court must be suspicious of any representations regarding medical conditions raised by petitioner. She has 2 weeks to arrange care for her father. There is no evidence that she is the only available caretaker or that his condition prevents her attendance. Her reported medical condition is not an emergency and is unsubstantiated. She is not hospitalized, incapacitated, or scheduled for treatment during the trial dates of October 21 and 22, which I'm sure is why she said she was scheduled for treatment when she tried to get a reconsideration.
She wasn't even scheduled for treatment. She was scheduled for evaluation.
Right.
And like a consult.
Yeah. Right.
A consult is not treatment or a procedure.
Well, and she was saying that, rescheduling that consult or somehow having it before or after the 22nd would have caused her to have I don't think she used the word
life-threatening risks.
There, but okay, yeah. So life-threatening risks, like getting delays for crucial diagnoses and treatment and stuff like that. I'm like, what do you think happens during a consult? Not much. You talk to somebody. Like that's all you do. You sit there and you talk to the specialist. But like, there's no chance that you're telling me you're not going to be able to see any specialist for a consult at any point in time, like a reasonable time frame before October 22nd and after, like for a consult. People do consults all day long. They don't take very long and they don't do anything to you during the consult. They might take your weight. That's about it.
What do you think the odds are that she actually went to a consult on the 22nd?
Oh, fuck no.
I hope she gets subpoenaed for those records to be like, what the hell happened that you needed this life-altering consultation for?
Yeah. And did you have surgery that day? Because you're making it sound like...
Yeah, it sounds to me like another, I saw Dr. Higley kind of thing last Friday, right?
I was scheduled to see Dr. Higley, but just because I didn't go to it doesn't mean I wasn't scheduled.
Right.
Yeah, that's what this feels like all over again.
Yeah. So when she asked for this continuance, or not even asked for the continuance, let's go back to the motion in limine. When she asked for the motion in limine against Greg Woodnick, one of these documents in here about the ex parte, which is just proving that she like tries to fake emergencies and shit like that, kind of speaks to a lot of that, because this is where she was trying to contact the court ex parte and saying that there was an FBI investigation into Greg Woodnick and Greg Gillespie for, on March 4th, 2022, I was drugged, violently assaulted, and raped. I have strong reasons to believe that both the defendant and his counsel were involved. Where is your evidence of that?
Yeah, what are those strong reasons? Also, where's the police
evidence?
Where's the police report for this event?
No. I mean, I don't think the FBI ever released a report or anything. I don't believe there was an investigation into this.
Who is the FBI agent that the lawyers are supposed to talk to about this? There's just no detail in here that makes this legitimate.
Look, you know how many crazy people a day probably call the FBI? This sounds like something that they would write off and be like, this is a fucking nut house. You know what I mean? Like, because you can't just call the FBI and be like, I think this person did a rape conspiracy against me, and they suddenly start a federal investigation into that.
Oh, I get it, but she's saying there's a pending FBI investigation, so that means that a litigant, I know, a litigant in this case should be able to contact an FBI agent and verify if that's true or not. You would think.
Yeah.
You can actually submit your name for a Privacy Act request to the FBI to see what kind of cases they've got open or information they have on you.
There you go.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Has anyone called the FBI on me? Let me know now, and I'll do that. I mean, I'm assuming you've gotten your shit together by now, but if you ever made an FBI complaint against me, please let me know, and I'll ask Brad how to do that.
We should start with the FBI agent who called in the wellness check.
Oh my God.
Against Laura. I think that she might be able to figure, what was it, Hannah something? She might be able to figure that out more than Cash Patel.
I mean, Cash Patel is probably directly involved, just saying,
Maybe.
in Laura's rape plot.
Oh my gosh.
Her words, not mine. No, she didn't actually say that. Let me zoom out so we can see more of this email, and that's harder to read if you're just watching. I'll move our heads though, so that should help. Okay. Yeah. On March 4th, just hours before I was nearly killed in the incident described above, I received an unexpected email from Mr. Woodnick. Without a subpoena, he had somehow obtained the complete 221-page case file of the Kletz restraining order against my ex-boyfriend in San Francisco, Mr. Michael Marraccini. It's almost as if he just got the documents from the court. This is why nobody would ever take this seriously in law enforcement. Like,
I mean, and this Mike would have had that Kletz order, and he could have given it to Woodnick. Oh well,
right? You don't need a subpoena for that.
Nope.
Yeah.
In
the early days of this case, before she realizes that people understand how the court system works, she tries to manipulate people by saying things should be confidential when they really aren't. She did this to Dave Neal and Reality Steve quite a bit as well.
Yeah. Somebody says Laura probably has called the FBI on you. Let's be real. I don't know if she called the FBI, but I remember when she called the police on Liz Neptune, who also lives here in Florida. And so I thought about that, and I was like, well, maybe she has, tried to, but they would totally write her off. And I know that because I've lived here my whole life. And even when we've had like legitimate issues, sometimes the police don't always, they don't even want to take a report sometimes. And it's like, well, you have to contact the financial crimes division or whatever, for just like as an example for like random shit. I'm like, well, somebody committed a crime here. Can you at least take my report? And they don't always want to do that.
Public service announcement. Swatting is bad. Do not do it.
Oh, no. Fuck no. Yeah. No, because you never know what's going to, like, say you're up here with, like, I'm upstairs with my headphones in, right? And if I have my ear canceling headphones on, which I don't right now, if somebody's knocking on my door downstairs, I'm maybe not going to hear it. So, like, what happens if some cops break in here and I'm up at my desk and just like, hello, who the fuck is in my house right now? Like, that's why swatting is bad. It's like, you never know how I'm going to react to that because I think someone's breaking in and going to try to kill me or something. And then that's how people get hurt. So, yeah. Not saying that I would. What would actually happen is I would probably freeze and hide under the desk, but you never know how people are going to react. So, yeah. Swatting is bad. Wellness check tend to be bad. Wellness checks, honestly, they serve a specific purpose, and I think that people sometimes misunderstand when you should call a wellness check and when is not appropriate. But when you call a wellness check, people generally aren't approaching the door about to like expecting a violent fight or anything like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But people do swatting for all various sorts of reasons. They could say anything they want, and that could be a problem. So, because then you never know how they're going to approach your front door, with what mindset and all that. Okay. Oh, that's why you haven't been answering the door every time I stop by. I've been out of town, but okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we really need to read this whole thing, but
Probably not.
Probably not, because I feel like we've gone over it a bunch of times, so I'm not gonna too much.
Oh yeah.
As proven simply in his filings on behalf of Mr. Gillespie, Mr. Woodnick has taken every opportunity to insult my character with cruel personal attacks, which is hilarious in the context of what's been going on with her attorney.
Sounds like her motion in limine all over again.
Yeah, it does. So she would try to exclude people also based on like she's trying to challenge the subpoenas, which I don't know if these people were even subpoenaed. Like she would try to challenge the subpoena for Greg Woodnick and whoever for Mike's case. And I'm kind of like, people can just like voluntarily testify, right? So that's kind of funny.
Like Ariana Huffington.
Ariana Huffington.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out the way she wants it to.
Well, I just figured they were really close, so. I mean, Ariana Huffington may be Laura Owens' closest friend. Does that mean she knows her? No.
The bar is low.
The bar isn't.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't think she has many friends, so. Anyways, that's all I really had document wise for tonight, because we're just going to go over that. But I know I didn't really go over the many minutes. Bruce did that on his channel, so I'll be watching that after this. But Brad, any thoughts on like how things went over last week, and how do you expect moving forward?
I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of motion practice before the 5th, and then we just keep looking for docket updates for if she's actually going to file for a travel request, because the likelihood that she's going to do like an emergency request the day before is highly unlikely. So if she hasn't filed it by like the 2nd, highly unlikely she's actually coming.
No, I don't think she'll show up. That's just me, though.
And I know Rob has Zion on the docket. Who was pissed?
The judge was pissed at her on the 21st.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And that room was tiny. I wasn't
it was a very small room. Yeah.
I wasn't in any of the courtrooms for Arizona, but man, it seemed like you had like maybe 5 seats on each side.
Yeah, there was a lot. I mean, the room in Arizona was still small, but there was more space than that for sure, because we had our whole camera set up and everything in there.
Yeah,
and that took up a lot of space, and we still had room for like a whole row of people next to us, and there was 3 other rows. So,
sounds very small.
Yeah,
one of these John Malkovich offices or whatever.
Yeah. Somebody says, "Would you say the room was tight?" Oh God. Okay.
Once you see how tight my courtroom is, you'll want to.
Good Lord.
That could be a phrase that could be uttered.
Once you see how tight my courtroom is, you'll know I haven't filed any motions in over a year.
Don't tempt me for a good time, bro.
Yeah. Just keep your eyes peeled on the criminal docket for that request for leave to go, and then we'll be good.
Rob's got his eye on that.
Yeah, there's not much else we can.
For interesting updates, follow Big Tiff Dog on Instagram. She's been going over new financial documents.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need to get together with her soon and talk about that. I've been so busy, but I've seen her, posting and stuff. Somebody says it's good. It happened according to Rachel Juarez. She can't appeal on being denied ADA request. It's just okay. It's just a few weeks compared to so much longer.
Right.
Yeah, and Rachel's very, obviously smart and rational about these things. So I think everyone trusts her judgment. I don't feel like it's going to really end in a way that's good for Laura just because she got the ADA thing. I don't think it's going to help her at all in the end of the day. So, but no, it was nice to hear Rachel talk to Megan and Russ. Obviously I'm a big fan. So
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, she's the petitioner and she needs to prove her case, bring her case and prove it.
Yeah. Anyone recently check on Rachel? She's been so sick. She's all right. She's on the upswing. So
yeah, she's good.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it at this point. I mean, not that it doesn't suck for her. I'm just saying she's going to be okay. So, but no, she's a champ. She'll be all right. And I keep saying, like, I think the biggest mistake that she gets from getting this continuance is like Rachel's not going to be sick anymore. So that's a
whoopsie.
That's a big mistake. No, I love Rachel. She's a great person. I got to go watch a day of filming of her show, which was pretty interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. So, no, she's
amazing.
No, she's like this really great, awesome, kind person, and also like knows when to be business. So, and I'm happy to have had a chance to get to know her and to see that in action. So she's pretty great. I think that Laura made a huge mistake with that. Not that Omar isn't, but I'm just saying now that he has backup, it's like, well, you fucked yourself with that. So, Steve says that was the smallest of the courtrooms. They have much bigger rooms in SF. I don't know.
I'm sure.
Well, Steve would know actually, because Steve has attended these hearings and stuff. So, and he lives there. So, yeah. All right, guys, I'm probably gonna have to take off for the night because I got to do some stuff and then go back to bed. So,
yeah, get some more sleep.
Yeah, dude, I'm so tired. Hopefully, we'll be back to normal by Monday. We'll see.
Very cool.
But yeah, thanks everyone. Appreciate you joining us, and thanks to Brad and Bruce for hanging
Thanks,
out.
Brad.
Yeah,
no problem.
all right. Bye, guys.
See ya.